Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nuestra Tabla Rasa. Thank you all for coming. I don't see the chat because I had to get into the computer and everything's small, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. Everything's working. Everything. I can hear them. They can hear me. That's all that really matters. And welcome to Nuestra Tabla Rasa. We're going to discuss how social media influences spirituality. And might as well just start with my idea that I believe that social media is a tool. And like all tools, it can be used for good or bad, depending on what you do with it. It's all in your power. Like a chainsaw can make beautiful things, and it can also cut things down and ruin forests. But how is everyone else doing? Millie, how are
Good.
you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm happy to be here again. Another Sunday here with everyone, discussing something that I feel is very much related to everything that's going on right now as we're becoming more discerned individuals. And I have been watching who I watch and why I watch them and learning more and more every day.
Go ahead,
How
Trista.
about you, Trista?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here too. Looking forward to it all day. Yeah, I agree. It can be used. Anything can be used like as a tool for what you want it to be. So whether you're putting good into that or not so good into that is going to be your outcome too, right? So and where you put your attention is what you're going to bring into your life. So and that goes both ways on social media. So yeah,
And Victor, how
Victor.
do you feel about social media?
I feel I'm more in the tool area of it, but also I've had to. It's been an area of growth for me in the sense, not that I'm utilizing it any better or anything like that. It's in the sense that I have to really. I get vibes from different platforms. I mean, I think everyone does. At least in our community, people probably get vibes from it. Some of them I've really had to try to get engaged on because they just don't resonate with me. They just don't resonate with me. But I think net, I think it's time for us to do it. It's time. Social media is, I would say, net, it's a positive. I don't think the negatives of it outweigh the positives of it. And we can
Yeah,
dive into that.
yeah, I fully agree that social media. Well, I think it's also in the hands of the creator, the person who's doing it, and what they do with it. And I mean, social media, again, you can use it for positive or negative depending on what you do with it. And that's very important because, I mean, look at what we're doing. None of us are anywhere near each other. We're all over the country, all this,
Hmm.
well, actually, continent, because Trista's in Canada, but it's all the same continent. But technically, I've spoken to people in Australia, Thailand, India, England, Ireland, Wales, and it's how we connect. We unfortunately we may never meet face to face, but social media keeps us connected, and in a way, it helps us as long as you know and aware of what social media can do. You know, the addictions of, actually, I misplaced my phone, which is it doesn't matter. The addictions, there it is.
Speaking of addiction,
Yeah, the addictions of this, having this
yeah.
all the time, where exactly where it is at all times, um, versus using it to help you, to bring you further along your path, no matter what your spiritual path is very important. And yeah, exactly. It is a tool. We can do good, we can do bad with it. But I mean, the other side of things is, I mean, how many people from this platform have you actually met face to face? Millie, have you met anyone from?
I have. I had the pleasure of going to Adam at the Medium Channel's retreat last year, and that was for the 8/8 portal in August. And I got to meet Adam, and I got to meet Laura B. and Jared, and meditate with them and spend the whole weekend with
Oh,
them. We did a Fire Home Alive, and I
Cool.
got to meet other people that watch the channel. Oh, my roomie Amanda Havens, who was my roommate for that whole weekend, and a bunch of people that that pop in every so often, maybe not every live. So that was really fantastic. And in that experience, I was very surprised, but not surprised, because Adam is who he is. And meeting him, I think, feels like what it would feel like to meet any of the family here. He's
Mm.
very authentic, and very much so what I saw on screen was who he was. And I've chatted with other people that have had different experiences and that have discovered that the people that they so looked up to were not that, and that
Uh,
they were had different intentions. And I'm very happy that I did not find that at all. And I'd be there again next week if I could.
oh, nice.
Trista, how do you feel? Have you met anyone face to face from this platform?
From YouTube, no. From Facebook, yeah. One time randomly. So I'm in a C5 group, and we've gone out, well, a couple times, but there's a whole bunch of us. And then one day at work, I'm helping a customer. I type his phone number and the name comes up. I'm like, that's familiar. And then I kind of look at him. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
Did you go to the C5 thing? He's like, yeah. Oh my god. So I don't think that counts, but it was fun anyway. But I feel like probably I can't think of specific instances. But yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I was on dating apps a long time ago, if that counts. But
Oh, yeah.
even then, it was like so few and far between. It's like, no. So,
So, Victor, have you ever met from people from the platform, from your YouTube channel, the people that you have come to subscribe to you? Have you
Oh,
ever met?
oh, I haven't met anyone. No,
Yeah.
no. I know some people in our chat. So I have some IRL friends that are in our chat,
Yes.
stuff like that. But I have not met anyone new. I do feel that we're going to come together sometime, though. Hopefully, it's in Sedona. But I'm open to it. I would love to meet everybody's energy. I was actually thought about that. Imagine our communities coming together. We'd have to wear name tags. We'd have to wear our handles, like name tags, so everyone would know if we didn't, because not everyone is on a show like this or has their own show, and it would be fun to wear name tags and then put energies with faces kind of thing. It would be a lot of beautiful tears going on there, I think. I think it'd be wonderful. And then do a meditation together with everyone
yes.
there. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think it would be
Lots of
more.
eating and no sleeping.
Yeah.
I think it would be more fun to not wear name tags and just figure it out.
Ooh. All right. Well, you can do that. Well, actually, when you think about it, we don't know. Some people use generic names. We don't know if they're male or female. There's people in our chat we don't know anything about, and we don't even know their real first name. So I think it's fascinating on another level. If you think about it, because I think our communities, like I said a while ago, I'm gonna support my position where I said I think net social media is a plus over being a minus, because we're a perfect example of it. We are a perfect example of all the work we're out there doing amongst one another. Think about that. Think about if we didn't have social media, would we be able to get this whole consciousness of what we're all working on? Would it be where it is today without social media?
It's so much easier to meet people that you have things actually in common with. Like
Mm-hmm.
in real life, you're kind of just put in touch with whoever you're put in touch with, which I'm sure the universe has its agenda there. But at the same time, it just, like, being online just opens up that whole floodgate of souls that we've probably traveled with dozens, if not millions of times.
Yeah, and you can think about it that way too. Think about that we needed to have this social media revolution or this movement just so we could come together, because we're all on different nodes. I bet if we pulled everyone in chat, there's 20 odd people here. I bet we're all sprinkled all across North America and beyond, and in various other places. Heck, we even have Hawaii covered, Alaska covered, and most of Canada, and people from all over the United States. I bet if we were to map it out, we'd all be like nodes out there, out holding our space. And I think many of you probably came to that conclusion. I did with one of my very good friends. Brock is his name. I think, we sent healing to him a couple nights ago. But he and I determined, we had this conversation. Why is everybody so far apart? Why is there no one like me where I live? I was in that stage that many of you may know what I'm talking about. And I yearned at one time for people. Oh, I needed to find what we have now. I needed to find my freaking family. And I found that FTP course on Facebook with Aaron, Victor Odo, Aaron. Oh, you guys know who he is. Aaron Doherty. Aaron Doherty and Matt Schaefer. They had this thing called Full-Time Purpose. And it was taking spiritual people and showing them and charging them $4,000, but showing them how to do exactly what they do, set up their stuff and give you that, hey, there's nothing wrong with taking money for your for your abilities and this and that. And that's a whole nother conversation for me. That's a whole different conversation. But, and they really dove into this, and I met so many people there. And I'm friends with like 400 of them on Facebook. And some of them have actually been on my show in earlier episodes. If you go back there and look, I've had probably a dozen of them come through. And one lady I met through that did 90-something episodes with me, named Radiance. But the interesting thing is I finally, during that conference, I actually got banned from the conference because of spam, because I had multiple windows open up on my monitors. And I was chatting over here in this group, and I was just dove into it head first. I even got interviewed with one of the hosts, and that was cool. But it was like the first time I had access to my people, in a sense, and it just opened the floodgates. And I'm still friends with all those people and interact with them on various levels. And a couple of them, I'm not friends with them because we couldn't see eye to eye about something. But I adore it. I adore social media in that regard. Some platforms, I've got the ick from one of them still. I'm trying to work through it, but it's what rhymes with ick? Tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's something I've been working on, because I like to ask myself why. I like to practice what I preach. So if I get the ick from something, I'm going to dive into it. And why? And it's like YouTube. I'm really cool with Rumble, getting there, and X. Yeah. But it's just something about the energy through that platform, and maybe that's a good route to take going forward tonight, is talk about the energy. And don't even get me started on Instagram.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's there's a lot to this. For Facebook, I can't really count Facebook for myself because I've been on Facebook for a very long time, probably 20 plus years, because I was one of the people who got in because of a college link, because you had to be in college to be on Facebook in the beginning. And that's when I've been on Facebook. That's when I started on Facebook. So everyone on Facebook that I am friends with, I know personally, family, friends, just kind of popped in. So I don't use Facebook on the spiritual side. I have spiritual groups, but Facebook to me is such a eclectic place for me to learn about. I mean, I dog groups, because I've kept different breeds of dogs, and cat groups, and spirituality and different ideas. Canada, Quebec, I love Quebec City. I haven't been there in a long time, but these groups, to me, Facebook is to keep a connection of different parts of your hobbies or interests. Well, for me, YouTube is kind of like my mindset, and I try to keep in my mindset. Well, Facebook, I allow Facebook to be Facebook. X, I used to be on X in the beginning. I loved when it was, honestly, no, I was never really big on X. When it was Twitter, I loved Twitter in the beginning. It was a news thing, got information from different people, kept connections, it was great. What it's become as X is kind of almost pornography kind of me. Like, I'm not interested in that. It's got too too much negativity to X that I can, as of yet, I can't get back into it. I keep trying once in a while, popping in, but I'm like, like you said, the ick. It makes me feel, and I don't need that. While Erin Doherty and Elizabeth April, and there's another one. He was a criminal. It doesn't matter. I have, I watch them. I find them fascinating. I haven't paid a cent to any of them, but they still provide me with information, and all the information I believe I would need, I get from their channels. If you want to go deep dive, if you need more, then I could join their groups. But I kind of feel that paying and joining their groups would put me on a path that really would pigeonhole me and shrink me down. And I love YouTube, as in I can go on YouTube and look at anything, go anywhere, learn about anything. If my car is acting up, I can put in a search for something on my car, put my car model, here's a situation I'm having, and it'll pop up and I can fix it myself. For me, fixing my house, fixing my car, I love physical things. I love doing things for myself. That's YouTube for me, and it kind of brings that. Spirituality wise, I think the same thing. If I have questions spirituality, well, I can pop something in, and YouTube will provide me with an answer. It might not be the right answer, but somewhere down the list of things on the YouTube videos will be the answer that I might help me along my path. But yeah, I also, all of my subscribers, I've never met a single one of them. I've collaborated with some people, but never met any of them face to face. And my friends, I've mentioned my Facebook group. I'm sorry, I'm talking off the top. YouTube. I've mentioned my YouTube channel to my friends in my family, and none of them have actually joined. And I don't know if I really want them to join, because a lot of the stuff I come up top of my head. And also, no one knows me as Lucky outside of YouTube. So if I'm ever walking down a store and someone says, "Hey, Lucky," I know, wait, they know me from my channel. While I have 4 different names that people call me, honestly, in real life. I'll call it real life because it's much easier that way. That people, if someone calls my name, I know what connection I have with them.
Hmm.
My God-given name, or my parents' given name, is Francis. So if I hear Francis, Frank, Fran, which I hate, but if someone calls me Fran, I know what connection I have with them.
Sure.
But if I ever hear Lucky, God forbid, if I ever hear Lucky out and about, I think that would be an exciting opportunity for me. It would really connect, because quite honestly, you guys could be from a different dimension, a different timeline. Who knows? Because we could be
Figure
connected
this out.
many different timelines at this through YouTube. Who knows? Also, thank you all for coming. Scotty Boy, Karen Suki, Ella, Elum, Horse Trigger, Trigger Whisperer, Heaney. I saw Heaney on here. Christine Fryer. Thank you all for coming. We should thank the people for coming. I forgot that. I'm terrible with chat. I'm always terrible with chat.
I'm chatting. But I don't want to be rude and not look straight. But I'm chatting.
No, it's
I'm
not
used to
rude.
being a chatter.
That's the one thing, is chat for me is probably my most difficult thing. In a live video, I like to participate with the channel auditor.
We're losing your audio.
Yeah. What?
I'm losing your audio.
You're losing my audio.
No, you're good.
Oh, is he
Oh.
good? Oh, I couldn't.
Oh.
He went really low for me. Okay.
No, he did.
Sorry about that.
I missed the last sentence and a half.
Because I was talking over him.
Oh,
No. Because
Oh.
he did go low.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
So I am losing audio, but I don't know why.
No, but now you're perfect. So
Okay.
you like interacting with.
Yeah, I like if I'm watching a video and the person, the creator is talking, I'll be watching the video, while the chat to me, it's difficult. I find chat very difficult to even follow, and I'm surprised. I mean, when Josh does with Chloe the crystal thing, when Chloe sells a crystal and Josh is writing it all down, I am amazed he can keep up with who bought the crystal at some point. I'm afraid to bid because I don't want to step on anyone else. So the chat to me, honestly, still, even in my own channel, when I do a show, I have very difficult time with chat. And I don't know if it's my mindset or what. Chat to me is such a foreign thing. And I mean, I love chat. I love you all. But when there are a lot of people in chat, I just lose it all. I lose them all. And even when I'm doing Victor's show, when I'm watching your show and we're doing the meditation,
Hmm.
to me, meditation is all. I'm only there for the meditation because the chat for me is too much. And I have to write, "Hello, everyone. I'm sorry if I missed your comment," because if they say hi to Lucky without actually putting Lucky Stone 888, I won't know. I'd be lucky if I see Lucky. Well, there I go.
So you're just being present. You're coming for the meditation,
Mm.
and some people will come for the meditation once a day and come and hang out, hold space, the other time. And of course, I keep my eyes closed. I can't read chat
Yeah.
during the meditation because I'm doing my thing. And if I open my eyes for some reason to maybe look at the time, just for the timing purposes of it, I can't read the chat because if I do, that's going to cause me to pause or say the word that I read, something like that. So I was going to interject. Ben makes a good point about Facebook, and he says that Facebook is sometimes about, and Instagram is this way too. Is Facebook is really bad because those are people and the comparing yourself to someone else's fake life, and making that a big deal in yours. Because basically you're comparing yourself to other people's outward masks. So that's one of the downsides, I would say. And of course, all the scamming is a downside that happens on all the platforms. But really, when it comes to Facebook, what's that? I think the other kind of competitive one really is Instagram too. So. Because Instagram seems to be that one-upping, I've got to make a more epic pic or a more voluptuous pic, or I think I prefer, I tend to lean to things that are not overly something in some way. So, and I think in a sense that Instagram is very sexualized now, whereas I don't get that vibe from Facebook. Facebook's just more of a, look at me, I'm doing better than you.
Yeah, well, that's what people do, though. I mean, that's okay. I let people do what people do, and I try
Oh yeah, sure.
to hold myself back. I do enjoy when I find my judgmental side, and I can, because I'm like, hey, I'm being judgmental. I caught it. Okay, I can do better. And I mean, I'm not the most social individual, but this YouTube stuff, love it, because that's another thing. If I met someone face to face, who would I show? Which face would I show? Because again, I have multiple names, and each name has a different mask. I know that. I'm learning that more about myself. That we wear different masks for different people, and it's exciting, but it's also illuminating. And you figure out, okay, what do I want to be? Who do I really want to be? And is it my authentic self? And that's what social media to me is a lot of times. I mean, sometimes on Facebook especially, I will admit that I can focus on trying to trigger people. I will do that, and it will just be something that I will do off the cuff and then realize after the fact that all the reactions, because that's also what I love YouTube, is that the trolls will go after me. It happens very rarely now because darn YouTube has been really filtering that kind of thing out. But again, the trolls will come after me, and I kind of love that because I can learn something new. Because if it triggers me, there's something in me that finds that true, and I got to find that. And of course,
Jump into that why.
yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. It's awful. It's terrible. It's poor manners that they're doing that towards me. But for me, it's like, something's triggering me. What can I do to learn about myself? And it to me, it's turning a sickness from someone else into a bonus for me. And that's what I love about social media, that some people will say social media, it's so negative. It's so, all the negative people, all the negativity from it. And I'm like, No, it's the negativity is what you learn more about yourself. And you don't have to keep it. That's another thing. All the negativity from social media, you don't have to keep.
That's right. That's right. And like attracts like too. If you're going out
God,
and
yeah.
joining groups like LA's finest criminals or some, I don't know. But if you're out in groups like that, and guess what you're going to get in your feed? You're going to get all kinds of low vibrational stuff in your feed. And our minds, you've got everyone hearing my voice knows that saying. We have to mind our minds. And it's like a computer in a sense. What is it? Garbage in, garbage out. And you want to put good stuff in and get good stuff out. So
But so, Millie, what do you think about LA's finest criminals, and how would that relate to you?
Well, I'm not on that chat, but I think that, like everything else, I would look at it because of how I am as a learning experience. And I would flip it and be like, oh, so that's how they get in. All right, well, I'm going to make sure I lock my door with that then. Oh, I
Mm.
didn't know that. Oh, okay. So, but that's the way I think. So, and like you, YouTube, aside from my spiritual growth and pursuing just like interest, and comedy, old shows, things like that, I've fixed my washer, I've fixed my dryer, I have learned how to replace batteries on key fobes, I've learned to do mechanical things. I mean, my kids who are on TikTok have recorded me on videos, and they'll call me. There used to be a show called Handy Manny, which is basically like a cartoon on a
yeah,
two-man team, and they'd be like, "There goes Handy Millie," and they've got me like behind the washing machine or with a tooth thing, and then sometimes I'll have the headlight on and I'm doing all kinds, and they've got, and I'm like, who are you sharing that with, and I don't know if it's a quick Snapchat that goes away, or if they're putting up a TikTok with me. But if you guys see me, let me know. But
that's
either which
awesome.
way, it's been awesome for me. It's been a learning experience, and I don't know if and that might be a chat maybe that I wouldn't chat in. It took me a really long time to start chatting in chats when I first started watching YouTube in like 2019. But it was fantastic because it was for me a step up from listening to podcasts because I got to then talk to the people that were
Mm.
listening to the stuff that I was interested in. So it was like, oh, okay, because you're not doing it so much in public. Although I'm pretty much the same. Like I'll be on a supermarket line and, I'll just say something, and it might be spiritual related, and either the person's gonna follow my flow, which lately a lot of people really do. There's a lot of people awakening, and I think we spoke about that a couple of episodes ago with the young kids talking about a dream log in high school. Are you kidding me? It was fantastic. I didn't talk to them though. But if people talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you about spiritual things, or they might ask me a question, and I might turn around and talk to them and give them an answer that I really believe it is, and it may be spiritual. So, but I love that concept that you had, that we're actually on another dimension because of the different names. I wouldn't look at it like that. I'd look at it as we're multifaceted people, and we have a whole bunch of different alters, or our shape shifting self could jump in. And again, I'm pretty much the same. There's a part of me that shifts in the corporate world. My brother says I have a different tone in my voice when I'm more corporate. So he's picked up little nuances, but I think that you would really have to know me. But for me, as far as it's kind of like what you see is what you get, So
I bet
I
you I
don't know,
could
but I
tell.
think it's cool.
I bet you I could tell if you're in corporate mode. Guarantee it. I bet
Yeah,
you
yeah, you
$100
probably
I could
could.
tell when you get into corporate mode
Yeah, I'm bossy.
because I spent 20 years. Yeah, I know that well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a different level of accountability and responsibility, and for me, I mean, it would be interesting to see how I would be 16 years after leaving corporate mode, because when I was in corporate mode, I was a very young manager, uh, and a person in charge of way older people, and I came into a company that at the time had like under 60 people that grew up and blew up
Wow.
in a matter of years. And all the
Wow.
people that I was telling what to do were older than me. So I would be, if I went back now, that would be interesting to see if I would be the same person.
True. True. Well, you mentioned the dryer thing. I have
Hmm.
friends who've had like 5 dryers in the course of my one dryer. I have a 30-year-old dryer because I
Wow.
fixed it. It's old. I fixed it every time. I've replaced a lot of that dryer because when my washer went out, the guy came and he said, you know what, this washing machine, I could fix it, but when these parts go, more parts will go. And he said, this washing machine, it's no good. You got to get a new one. Go to Home Depot. He was a repairman, but he looked at the dryer and he said, that dryer, you keep it. You can replace every part of that dryer and never have to worry about it. You get a new dryer. When the computer goes on a dryer or on, wash it, whatever, like when the computer goes, it's dead. While this one, 30-year-old one, everything can be replaced. Nothing to worry about. And that dryer, I've replaced a motor, the belt, of course, multiple things, sensors, because my wife will say, dryer's dead again. Got to get a new dryer. I'm like, no, we don't. I can fix
Don't
it.
do it.
And even if I have extra parts for that dryer, just in case, because I know I love my dryer. And when my dryer breaks, I love it because I know I can figure out how to fix it. I got a multimeter. Okay, which fuse went? Because there's 7 of them. Which of these one fuses went? Because when one of those fuses go for safety reasons, it'll stop. But like I said, the guy, when he came to fix my washing machine, he told me, do not get rid of your dryer. It'll be cheap to fix. You can fix it yourself if you want to. And I've kept it. Well, the washing machine, it's been, God forbid, dependable. But if I lose the washing machine, I don't know what I do. Dryer, I'll fix it. Fix. But yeah, you're right.
And
YouTube has been my
and
savior.
YouTube helped you. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. My heater went out right at the beginning of winter, I think in 2019. And so I called the HVAC people and they're like, oh, yeah, it's going to take us a couple days to get the part. And it's going to be about $900. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I got on YouTube, looked up my part number, and then somebody's on there saying, hey, here's how you do it. Go out and take a bunch of photos of your motherboard, disconnect everything. You don't even have to label them because all the wires are kind of stuck over it anyway. So I took a lot of pictures and video of it, took it out, plugged the new one in that I ordered off of Amazon for, I think I got it for $169, and it was there the next day or the day after that. And I got it plugged in about 30 minutes, and boom. How's your dad? Who's your father? Whatever the
Who's your
Brits
daddy?
say. Who's your daddy? And
Well,
boom.
that's
And so I saved myself, but I have to say, thanks to YouTube,
Mhm.
many projects like that. Actually, I in my master, tightened up the shower door like a glass shower door. And the thing about it is it's not super intuitive until you do it once, and then it's like easy. But of course, I watched an 8-year-old video on YouTube on Saturday, and sure enough, the guy's like, "Yeah, do this." I was like, "Oh my god, it's so easy." It's just when I looked at the shower door, I couldn't see the little screw heads because I didn't have my glasses on. It's when I was in the shower, so I couldn't see the stinking screw heads. But I
Yep.
love it. I love YouTube in that regard because it's anything. I've done so many car projects, house projects. I don't even know how many.
I agree. I had a 2004 Subaru Forester. The alternator went, and YouTube taught me how to replace the alternator, which was just 3 screws, easy peasy. I replaced it like 3 times because when you buy used parts, sometimes they don't last, but it was guaranteed. So then I just bring it back. They give me a new one, put it back in, easy peasy. But the last time it went, I had to bring the car in because I don't remember what it was. And while they were doing the repairs, the alternator went, and they would not give me the car back until they replaced the alternator. And for the alternator, it costed me, I think it was $70 once, and I replaced it 3 times. I had to pay like $500 for them to replace it. And I'm like, it's 3 screws. It's 3 screws. I could do it myself, but we can't surrender the car until the alternator is working again. So,
I've never
but
heard
they
of
also
that.
gave me a discount because of the other repairs. So they kind of grouped it in. So the labor to do the alternator came in with the other things that they needed to do. It was all a game. But yeah, that alternator, it kept going at least every year and a half. I knew that. And I had that Subaru. It was an '04. I had it so long, and we finally got rid of it like 3 months ago because it had an oil leak that was getting so bad that they couldn't repair it. And it was basically, it became an environmental issue. I'm like, you know what? I can't be responsible for environmental, poison the environment. I'll get rid of it finally. But that car was still running strong. It's just no one would replace because if you to replace the oil pan, would be lifting the engine and blah blah blah, and no one wanted to touch it. So the car went away, but it was still strong. But whatever, it is what it is. A statement that I hate. I hate the statement "is what it is," but I use it a lot.
Oh.
So Trista, how do you feel about social media and about how it influenced you?
So I find like it depends what you add, right? Like, and I have a bunch of garbage on there that I slowly am like, no, this is just not what I'm into anymore. Or the pages kind of change from one vibe to another. Cat groups tend to be mostly safe, and I like those. Um, I'm TikTok gives me anxiety like almost instantly, and I don't know what it is. It's just too fast and annoying, and I don't know how to control it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done, and I deleted it. And then my mom still sends me cat videos from there, and I'm like, I can't see them. I'm sorry. I gotta stick to my YouTube and Facebook sort of. Although I've been on there a lot less lately. And it's funny too. I find I put up with a lot, like when it comes to different people that I'm interacting with, where they'll be negative or whatever, and I'll be really forgiving. It's like, okay, they're having a day or whatever, and then a lot of my friend list gets pared down when I'm PMSing. Then it's just like, yeah, no, you pissed me off. Delete, delete, delete. I'm done.
Block.
You've had enough chances.
So
that's
you unfriend people from Facebook?
I do. If they don't, not often, but it happens where it's just I can't look at this anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Whether it's negativity or negativity in any brand, I guess, that I just can't handle anymore.
And do you follow either? This is just an open question. Do you follow? Have you noticed it's like every year you'll get 30 different? Hey, follow this group, follow this group, follow this group, and it's by one of your friends sends it to you, and you may have. I'm guilty of that. I've done that before, few years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. But to your point earlier, I don't have anybody. There's just like a handful of people that know me IRL. None of my family members watch my show. My son does occasionally, and that's just because he misses his awesome dad. But I don't know. Regardless of why my son watches, it's I don't put any pressure on any of my friends, or even those people I met at that conference to come. I usually get a good review though. If one of them come by, they're like, "Oh my God, that's great." I'm like, "Thank you," but. Wow, I just have to do a quick shout out to Care Bear. Good to see you, Care Bear. We've been missing you. There we go.
We have.
Yeah. So that's I can't say anything in a nutshell when it comes to social media because I've been in it. I've been a computer guy my entire career or my life. Started back in the Tandy 1000 with no hard drive and 256 kilobytes of RAM. You remember those days? And you edit the auto exec batch file of your OS, which was MS-DOS, and edit it so you can load the latest game that you got the pirate copy of at the office. So, it's one of those things. But so social media has been a big part of my life all the way. I think Elizabeth mentioned ICQ. I remember all the rudimentary chat things before AOL showed up.
Oh.
So many little fun. That to me, computing and social media was a lot more fun then because people were still nice. There weren't a lot of trolls out there, just people being dickheads to try to ruin everyone else's experience. So I appreciated those days. And that was right around late 90s, 2000 something. And it was still a pretty safe environment. There was a little bit of ne'er-do-wells coming in, but still for the most part, you just get on there and you get in some chat room and have a great time, have a great visit, and most of the people seem to be all right.
You got a great point because I'm kind of a hypocrite because yeah, back in the AOL and ICQ days, I was in groups that we would meet a specific time once or twice a week or even sometimes daily, some groups, and I was there and I was fine in chat. But the YouTube chat is so hard for. Is it because I'm old? I don't know. The YouTube chat is something that's so far beyond me, and I feel bad because I have had people ask me, "Are you mad at this person?" I'm like, "No." Well, they said hi to you. You didn't respond, and I had no idea they had said hi to me, and I was, they thought I was ignoring them. It was just one thing is I didn't even see. So maybe
What are
it's
you,
just
37?
no. I'm 56.
Oh, are you really? Oh, geez, dude.
I've had a really hard life, but I've taken care of myself really well.
Oh, okay. I thought you were much younger. There you go.
Me
No,
too.
He's going to be impossible now.
I am no. It's the thing is that my wife gets mad at me because I'm a what is it? I'm an obligate vegetarian where I will eat vegetarian if given my own choice. But if someone offers me meat, I will take it. No judgment. And it's one of those things that drives my wife crazy because she doesn't know how vegetarian I am because she goes, "Well, I've seen you eat meat before." Oh, that's right. You only eat meat because it's a Buddhism thing. Although I'm crass Catholic, my wife is Buddhist. But one of the things the Buddhist monks is that even though they're vegetarian, that any food that's put in their bowl, no matter what, they're required to eat. You have to accept any gifts. And so for me, I became vegetarian, but I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to bring it up. If they offer me anything, I'm going to eat it and accept it because it's the thought that counts. It's my choice to eat vegetarian. It's their choice to give me a gift, and I'm never going to bring it up. My mother, when I go eat the dinner, my mother, she prepares special food for me. That, oh, here it is, don't worry. And I'm like, you can't do that because it defeats the purpose of, for me, that you're going out of your way to meet my needs, but my needs are just part of the group. I'm also crazy. I fully admit it that I so much want to be amicable, happy with everyone that I never want to be a obligation to anyone. So I'll be a vegetarian in my own life, but with everyone else, if it's offered to me, I just take it as is.
And that's a great lesson too. That's a great lesson to receive when somebody wants to give you a gift, is to receive it. And I went through that last week. I had a big realization about that last week. And coming back, bringing this back into the social media fold a little bit, think about all the wonderful, we wouldn't be able to have this, you mentioned this right at the top of the hour, is we wouldn't be able to come together like we are right now and have all these amazing moments throughout our days. They would all be gone. However, I think this form of human interaction is needed because of the way the planet is changing, and you hear all these different conspiracy theories about this is happening, our financial system is supposed to be changing, and all these wonderful things, or perhaps first, disclosure, and would this disclosure moment or movement be where it is today if we didn't have social media? Yeah, no way. The government would still be going, there's nothing to see here, and all this other stuff. And I love to think about it. And everybody, let's stop. Let's do a quick thought experiment. What is it? Why do we have secrets? Why do we have secrets? To protect our interests as countries, as people, as individuals. And I think as we evolve, you think about things just even a year ago, even 6 months ago, that are no longer important to you. I bet between us four, we could probably write a laundry list of things that we've released. And without social media, that's why I say social media as a blessing is far exceeds the ills of it. To stay in our main thought of social media. That's what I think is so great about it, because there's people like us out here using it as a tool of good. We're not selling violence. We're not selling crime. We're not selling drugs. We're not selling a lifestyle. Well, in a sense, I guess we are, because a spiritual way is a lifestyle. I mean, do you guys agree? I think our spiritual living. Yeah. And think about what you learn. You learn these things that you come across, even in our spiritual world, oh, somebody's doing this a different way, and you're like, oh, that really resonates with me. I think I'm going to do it that way. And of course, give them and say, hey, I learned this from so and so, and they're doing this way, and then your turnaround, Millie will share it with me, then I'll share it with Tristan. Tristan will share it with Lucky, and Lucky will share it with Chat. It's beautiful. And okay, I'm going to stop talking about that because I'll sit and drone on.
If he chats. If Lucky chats.
Yeah.
I think I can chat so much because my ADD mind is watching him. And let me just say, for those of us that do chat sometimes during the meditation, it was perfect timing. And when your meditation computer problem happened about a week after someone came in that was upset that your channel, at first they were happy that your channel grew so much, and then it bothered them that we were chatting. Not all of us, but there was a group of us that were chatting.
I know who it
And
was.
then a week later, when everything went down, it was those same people. We all got on there and we knew exactly what you said verbatim. So our brain was so split that we were chatting, but we were meditating and we knew it also.
That's awesome.
But
That was a great
I
moment.
did want to share something that I thought was important too. When you were talking about how we get on here and we are able to connect spiritually. I want to say another pro to kind of go and touch on what Lucky and I use YouTube for, and you have too, and maybe Trista for different areas, that if it wasn't for YouTube and the different amount of subjects and the different amounts of things that people put out there, it always makes me think a lot of times in these spiritual communities, when people are asking questions for card pulls or for reads, they want to know what their purpose is. And I just want to remind everyone that here you are hearing us so happy that people are putting out varied content, that you could put up content like they were like, oh, well, I want to start a channel, but I don't know. Like, it doesn't have to be spiritual. Things that bring people joy, things that you are mastering and that you could show somebody and make somebody's life easier. And those people aren't selling anything or whatever. They're just doing it. That's their creative expression. So not everyone has to do like a spiritual channel. It could literally be anything.
That's actually huge because my channel is everything. I love photographing animals. I love my hikes. I love spiritualism and philosophy. I just throw it all in there. I don't care. And someone came to me and they go, I want to start a channel and I don't know how to start. And I'm like, that's not the point. The point is just start the channel, mess up. Just put garbage out there. The more garbage you put out there, the more you're going to learn what works for you. And they're like, well, I don't want to put out bad stuff. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Your first 6 months to a year, just put it out there. Just let it go. You might find a rhythm. If you don't, just play with it. Just put out whatever you want. You don't have to have the perfect audio or the perfect video. You have to have the perfect self. Just put yourself out there and learn who you are. Because that's another thing, is that YouTube taught me more about who I am than anything else. Because again, the comment section, or whatever happens in the comment section, has taught me about myself and how I react to it. And sometimes I'll put a video out there and people get a whole different meaning from it. And I can't judge them for what the meaning they got. I have to take and go, okay, was it my message that I put out there, or was it the message that they needed to hear? And it's just how it is. It's very important just to be present for yourself and then just go. Because if you want to start a channel, don't think about it. Just do it. Put a few videos out. Don't think about your subscribers. Just put out there for yourself. Figure out what you want to do. And then watch. God forbid, watching yourself on YouTube can be troublesome. But watching yourself on YouTube, and watch it as you're watching another channel, and go, okay, this person needs this, this, and this. And because it's you can use it for yourself and improve yourself. And if you watch someone else's channel and go, this person needs this, this, and this, you can use it for your own channel. YouTube to me is like better than Facebook because I can put it out there. I have put my YouTube stuff on Facebook and it's just flat because no one really cares. But YouTube, I'll get at least between 50 and 100 views sometimes thousands of views, which I don't understand how. But then people will watch, and then I know people are watching at least half of the video. They're at least appreciating it. And again, makes me feel better. I'm like, okay, maybe some of the message works for some people. But Trista, you have YouTube channel. How do you
Yeah,
feel about when you put your videos out there?
it's funny because like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I never ever would have believed you if you told me that I ended up with a YouTube channel. I despise being on camera, and I don't know what happened. It was like, so when I went on the nose for you, Victor, that first time, and I didn't even hesitate. And then like 3 days later, I was like, wait, what? Why did I do that? I don't go on camera. And I'm like, okay, so I'm getting involved with all of you guys and watching. Like, well, this is nice, but I guess I could have a channel, but I couldn't have a channel. And I was like, well, I suppose I kind of could. I don't know. And then yeah, here I am. So it's all very weird.
Hey, and I'd like to interject something too. Is if somebody's trying to figure it out, because I'm old enough that it took me a while. It took me a while to figure out my path, and it was a few false starts. But I think every one of the false starts, and I mean false starts, is in that I think the universe will let you stretch your legs in a certain direction, and then call you back. So
Yeah.
it's like because, and eventually I got to where I was meditating about 3 or 4 years ago, and I started asking. I would get into a nice state, and I would start asking questions. I'd start asking the big questions, like where we're from. I asked, "Show me my path. Show me my path. Show me my path. I want to know what my path is." And I found out. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you don't know and you want to do something and you think there's something out there. This ties into what everyone just said about starting your YouTube channel or whatever. But the thing is ask that question, get in that state. You can do it during Truth Wave. Just make it your intention to know. Ask that question. And what is my path? What is my purpose? What is going to fulfill me? And when you find out that you love what you do, I love what I do. I love it. So it makes it easier because I look forward to it every time I do it. Sometimes I'm not exactly the best energy for it, but I guess what I do. I get that energy going. And this is a great example, especially right now. Anytime you want that energy, it's there. And that's part of that message. But I didn't try to make this about me, but the deal is that I completely forgot where I was going with this. Darn. I'm sorry, you guys.
You were talking about that you started that you weren't sure what your direction was.
Oh, no. Well, when I started Truth Wave, I knew exactly my direction. I knew that. But I used to have a fitness show, and it's out there on YouTube. My fitness show is. And I stopped doing that right when COVID hit. Okay. I had another opportunity to be a manager for a company here in my area. And so I went and did that. I turned off my fitness show right before COVID hit. And I mean, like 2 weeks before. And if I would have just stuck it out another month, I would probably be in the fitness business to this day. You see, or not. I don't know. Would have Truth Wave arrived to me if it wasn't for social media and having this knowledge where, hey, you can get in a meditative state and you can put it out there. So I'm just that was my process, and I assume, and what we do when we assume that it will work for anyone. And do something you love. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what's gonna fulfill you, because we're all examples of that. We're all old enough to know the things that we like in our life and the things that we don't. And that's go ahead.
How many channels do you have, even with or without content? How many YouTube accounts? Let's say that.
Do I have?
Yeah.
7 or 8.
8. I have 5. I thought that was too many. Wow.
But that's throughout the years. I have one for Love Evolution, which was part of what I was working on a couple years ago.
So, but you were planning on, and then you changed your niche, and you said, okay, I'm going to do this channel now.
No, Love Evolution died. My backers backed out on me at the last minute, and so I looked at it because I was about to launch a cryptocurrency called the Love Token. And you may have seen it on my forearm before. There's a circle on my forearm. That's the Love Token, and it was a nice. The token had great value and things like that, but my backers is more like 1.5 backed out on me right at the very last minute. I literally changed overnight. So I
Yeah.
just stepped away from it. I just stepped away from it and thought I'm just going to work on myself. But I look at it. I look at everything that happens to us. I look at it that it's a reason. I signed up to have that experience of building that cryptocurrency and everything around it, and it was a great experience. But it wasn't meant to be.
Hmm.
I was told, I was shown a different path, and TruthWave is not planned. TruthWave came to me. It was completely. I started asking those questions. Hey, what is my path? What is going to fulfill me? What can I do? Because I had this yearning to help the planet, and I want to help the planet, and that yearning is still there to help the planet. And I just kind of mixed that all up in a meditation and said, "Show me my path. What is my path?" And it was shown. Took about 6 months. Yeah. Well, it kind of came in phases. But I told you guys, we're over our time, but I'll share a quick story. Is
No, we're not.
TruthWave came from the fall before so it was fall of 23. It was a nice fall day. I went out in my Thai fisherman trousers. Beautiful day outside, early fall. And I thought, I'm going to do some art. So I did some sidewalk chalk on my back patio, and I thought it was really cool. So I took a picture of it, and it was a sun, a truth spiral, and a wave. And I didn't put that together, but it was still out when I came up with TruthWave. It was still out on my patio. So that's when I took a picture of it. It was faded a bit, but
Well,
and it's
that's
like
Buddhism.
I got that precognizance back in fall, and I just made a true spiral and a wave and a sun, and I didn't know what relevance it was going to have at all. But I was so fixated to go out and do some art. And so it's a lot of factors, but that was right when I was really manifested. Like, what is my path? Show me. Just being almost just pushy about it. Show me my path. And I was shown. I was shown. And you're not going to doubt it. You won't doubt it whenever it's the right one. You won't doubt it at all. So
I'm happy you shared that because that's how it is. And people really think that you're going to like get some other thing like, hey, this is a sign. No, it's all signs all day, numbers, things you see, animals. The fact that you were drawn to do art. I mean, I don't know how often you do art, but like it's something, I think somebody was talking about doodling. Was it on Max yesterday? Somebody, I don't know what we were listening to. And I say we because I know a lot of us tend to jump into the same kind of chats. But I think it was on Max that someone was talking about doodling and how they doodle. And that's how it is. You may, I don't know if you often play with sidewalk chalk or not, but it just
it
wanted
was
to
just
do
every
that.
once in a while. It was just every
Yeah.
once in a while when I was led, in a
Yeah,
sense.
right. You see? So that's how it is. Kind of
Yeah.
random.
So,
But not.
Trista, you an artist?
No, not really. I can doodle.
I think that's the truth, though. That's the art is in everything, and you just have to find and just let it go. I doodle a lot. I'm not an artist, though I have painted. I never expected what came out of me until after I did it. But before, I was like, I'm not a good artist. I'm not a good painter. And then once you're done, I'm like, wow. My wife was so happy when she hung it in the living room. Like, it's not that good. She goes, oh, it's phenomenal. But I'm like, I still don't see it because it's mine. You never see what's yours as nice as what other people see. But
I,
like,
sorry.
this is my nephew drew this, and then he thought it was trash. I'm like, no, I'm putting it on a canvas. I'm going to print it out. Go ahead.
I painted something one time. This is probably like, I don't know, in my late 30s. And one of my friends came over and saw it, and he was like, oh, how old were you when you did this?
Oh,
Like,
Oh, no.
not a good sign. But that's okay. I like
There's a lesson.
art.
Children in lessons, children in all forms. The child inside speaks in weird ways. Okay.
I would have thought, Trista, for sure you're artistic because even the way you express yourself and you put yourself out there is so fun.
And
I would definitely think you're artistic.
Different types of art, right? Like I can't draw or paint ever, but like I love to sing and I love to express. Like I write. I can write for sure, a lot better than I talk. That's for sure. So I think that would be my art, more writing instead of drawing and painting and stuff.
Art's just expressing that part of yourself that you need to get out. So it doesn't, no logic to it. That's what art truly is, just letting your non-logical side express itself. Poetry, singing, whatever. Even drawing in the sand can be art, which is it art. But
Like couldn't mental exercises and going on trips within your mind be art as well?
no, because we're at the end of our show and you brought this up at the wrong time. Sorry, maybe next time.
Next week.
So that doesn't count. Because it's been 1 hour, we can't count that because honestly, that will put me on a major tangent. So I can't even think about it because that's awesome.
That is fun to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. It's been nice hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful show. We learned a lot about each other and about ourselves and about the chat, which I haven't even paid attention to.
Oh, we've been reading it.
Someday I'm going to get
Yes.
chat right, and I'm going to be able to pay attention long enough to actually participate in chat and watch a video and be in a video at the same time. Until then, I think my ADHD brain is just broken at this point. I used to be so good in chat at one point. Oh well.
I would like to make one more point.
Absolutely,
So-
Trista. Yes, you
Okay.
deserve it.
So I think I had mentioned on one of the other NTRs about how there was an upsurge in people reporting that they could communicate telepathically with the dawn of the telephone. And I think it's really fascinating to think of the different ways and different like neural pathways that will be forming and energetic pathways with the internet, right? We're not just communicating with people on the other side of the planet, but like look at Truthwave and look at other like collective meditations where we're there energetically with other people. So perhaps this is going to be more of an awakening where we can leave our bodies more easily would be one, or like a million other things that could happen that we could discover and really create that new
Paradigm.
yeah
Paradigm, yeah.
I know I say that wrong. FYI.
No,
Hey, well-
no, it's fine. It's there's a lot to this show, and I have to watch it so I can write things down. But
There was to our point earlier. I think you brought this up, Lucky, or maybe something you said made me say it. But you think about this is when we have abilities like that, Trista. When we have those abilities to communicate telepathically, and I think that's when the veil really comes off. And I got in a debate about this because, well, because I think we will know each other so well just at a glance or at an energetic exchange that there's no need for privacy. There's no need for secrets. And when the people have no need for secrets, and it's because we're evolved enough that we're not going to judge one another if we come across one of the other person's secrets. Do you follow me? That we're evolved enough that, hey, everybody has this stuff. Everybody has that closet full of skeletons. And I think that's going to be beautiful. Because if the people don't need secrets, the government doesn't need secrets. And then that takes out whole swaths of low vibrational stuff happening on the planet. Because now the governments don't care. There's no point in it because who's going to perpetuate other things? Yeah, I'm sorry, Lucky. I know this is a whole nother show. So, all right, I will stop.
that's the problem because my mind is loving all of this, and I've got tangents upon tangents upon tangents, and I
Hyperbolic
can't say
tangents.
anything. So that's what I go. No, maybe another show. Awesome. This is a lot. This show, to me personally, has at least 7 or 8 more shows attached to it because it's ideas that I've been having that I can't write down because I don't have a pen. But again, we've hit our hour. I'm going to watch the show again, and I'm going to learn about myself, and I'm going to learn about you more. I appreciate all you for coming. I mean, this has been a fantastic show, and unfortunately, Josh isn't here to join us, but there'll
He's
be
in
shows.
chat.
He's
in chat.
He is. See, I don't even. This is how bad I am. I don't even know that. Okay, forget it. I'm going to let myself go. I forgive myself for not being good with chat, and maybe learn more in the future. So, does anyone have anything important to say other than Victor, because he's going to drive me on another a tangent.
I
No.
was just going to throw in that we will probably evolve to not need government too eventually.
That would be
God
wonderful.
willing. Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Have a good
Yeah.
evening, Josh, Care Bear, Karen Suki, and
Here he
Bacon
is.
Bits,
Yeah.
Christine.
So, Victor, do you have anything to add that I can't add to? You can freely go and give me something, so I'll use it for the future.
Namaste, my friend. Really?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So,
Thank you
everyone,
all.
have a wonderful week. Go out there, and if you have anything, if you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. Anything. I really appreciate comments. I think we all enjoy the comments.
I do.
We'll do what we can with them. This channel is basically not about our personalities. This is about a collective. You know, I think that's a good thing about us. We're not sharing this to our personal channels. That this show is in of itself its own entity, and anyone who wants to comment, we're going to take that as a collective and use it as a football and get it over the goal line together. Wow, I didn't even know I was going to go that way, but that's fine. Go have a wonderful
Great job,
week,
Coach.
everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Just go out there and just spread the love and joy to everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Namaste.
Bye.